Daiki Aomine was one of the greatest characters in kuroko basketball. His call to power was the first of the generations of miracles, and his skills rose above all of them as he became the ace of the team. Today I will show you how to use these skills and bring them into real life of Aomine. Let's go. Immeasurable strength. Aomine had trained to a point in basketball where he had immeasurable strength. He is a forward who can handle smaller players like point guards and bigger players like centers. He even stops Kuroko's ignite pass, easily demonstrating his powerful force. He belittles all of his opponents and sees no one stronger than him. His overwhelming presence is seen when he enters the zone and crushes everyone. None of the members of the generation of miracles started out as strong as they are now, but Aomine was the first to bloom, as Kuroko explained. He suddenly became a completely different, amazingly strong player. He took Taiko's victories to a whole nother level, crushing their opponents with 3 to 5 times the points, once even reaching 200 points. Aomine sharing the points was overwhelming, and he stood out above the rest too much and began to skip practice more often. When Kuroko confronted him about that, he told him that the game had become boring for him. Midorima clarified that Aomine needed a strong rival, but never found one. Aomine also became too strong in comparison to his teammates, too strong for his own good. In games, Aomine began to do just the minimum to ensure his team's victory. Kuroko tried to convince him otherwise and said that he would surely meet his rival one day, and Aomine believed that for a while, starting to try harder again. However, he grew even more powerful, and seeing his mentally crushed opponents, he changed his mind. He told Kuroko that he respects his thoughts, but that his rival would never come. Aomine came to think that no one could match him. This is when his present arrogance originated. As the ace of the generation of miracles, he was regarded as a monster in basketball, as he was leagues ahead of anyone that came second to him. Even among the talents of the generation of miracles, his abilities can be described as extremely fast, extremely strong, and extremely skillful. It is shown that Aomine can essentially score the basketball from any position on the court. He is very fast, agile, and powerful, which enables him to get past even the strongest of defensive-minded players. He accomplishes this by performing insane crossovers, changing his speed and direction of movement at an absurd rate, leaving his opponent behind. Overall, these well-rounded and polished skills make him an amazing player who is often described as a monster. Aomine is so skilled, he along with Kagami is called the double ace of Team Purple Sword, a team made up of the generation of miracles. Shadow to his light. Aomine was Kuroko's best friend in light back at Taiko Junior High School. Aomine saw the same passion in basketball in Kuroko that he had. I believe this dynamic was very important, as the shadow and light dynamic became a very important beacon in Aomine's potential. His light was so bright that the shadow to him could stay hidden and grow darker. Aomine was crushing every opponent, so he no longer felt the need to hold on to his shadow anymore and became bored of basketball. Aomine loses against Kuroko and realizes how bitter defeat is, but he is still shaking from excitement. Aomine sees Seirin vs Rakuten and realizes that the true zone is not fighting alone. He knew there was another level of zone, even higher, but there was a gate in the way that he could not open. He sees it was Kuroko the whole time who was not the gatekeeper, but actually the person leading the way into the gate for everyone to work as a team. Aomine couldn't open the gate as he has thrown everything away a long time ago, the concept of teamwork and playing with his team. Become limitless. I would say Aomine is a very limitless character. He really had no flaws to his game and was an unguardable opponent. He has high speed and agility and gets past every single opponent he has played. As stated by Midorima, Aomine transcends even the rest of the generation of miracles when it comes to speed and agility. Aomine is so fast he has gotten past all of Seirin starters, taking the ball coast to coast with his speed. Aomine has the ability to an array of different movements based on his street ball background. He uses many feints, unnecessary movements, and doesn't play a standard form of basketball. With this style of play, he can score many creative baskets from the oddest of places on the court or the body, like from behind the backboard among other places, and a behind the back flick after drawing a foul. Putting this all together, Aomine is very unpredictable and can easily cross over and get past Kagami at their meeting in the Inter-High. Kagami compares his style of play to the way they play basketball in the United States. The formless shot is a signature shot, and it is his way of scoring. As stated by Midorima, it is not his agility or unpredictability that made Aomine a super scorer even among the generation of miracles, but his ability to score in virtually any position and anywhere, even from the oddest places, such as behind the board. He can even lower his posture to bypass the defense even when his body is nearly parallel to the ground. One of Aomine's formless shot is where he throws the ball in a gridiron-like motion while performing a fadeaway. It was deemed impossible by many to block such a shot, but Kisei and later Kagami were able to stop it. The zone. Zone is a state of being that Aomine can access once he has found a worthy opponent and reached his full potential. Under this influence, he is in the zone, which means that nobody else can stop him unless the opposing player is in the zone as well. When a person is in the zone, streams of sparks or currents of electricity seem to gather in the player's eyes, indicating that the individual has entered the zone and gained his full potential as a basketball player. When entering the zone, one forgets everything and focuses solely on the game. It is superlative of regular concentration. Only the elite, the best of the best, are allowed to enter the zone, and Aomine seemed to have forced his way in. Opening the gate to the zone means opening the gate to your full potential, the full 100% of one's capabilities and abilities. In Aomine's case, his speed doubles at the least, his power increases drastically, his ability to score from anywhere escalates, and Aomine's skills become even more overwhelming. Because of Aomine's past filled with victories, he hadn't been pressured as much as his match against KiiNGKhyy, more specifically Kagami. He started to enjoy playing against his first real opponent in some time, and this feeling of enjoyment and excitement opened the gates of the zone for him. In other words, his main condition to enter the zone is a worthy opponent whom he can give his all. He is also very knowledgeable about the zone, and because of this, he was able to give Kagami some information about it. I liked Aomine in this series because it showcased what a true dominant player looked like. Even in the Generation of Miracles, all of them had amazing skills, but Aomine, you could tell, was far and leagues ahead from the rest. He was completely different and had his own unique style. It wasn't just about shooting, layups, or blocking in center. It was more so just about being a dynamic player with high speed and agility that could do anything on the court. This is a good video on how to be limitless like Aomine. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what character I should do next from the KiiNGKhyy series. Please like and subscribe. Thank you.